564 days that I'm come here to share lessons I'm learning, and I'm learning. I hope this also supports your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I will speak about a very interesting topic, and that is pace. Now, of course, if you're a runner, you understand what pace is because you always look into how fast you run, how fast you finish 1 mile, how fast you finish 1 kilometer, and that pace is very important. You always want to improve that pace. Now, in life, this is very, very similar because when you think about long-term life, or you look into sprints, because Usain Bolt is known in a short distance, 100 meters, but you're not able to run exactly the same pace a marathon. So that means we need to be very careful of how we run because if you choose to run a 100-meter pace your life, you know that you will not be able to manage it. And it means after 100 meters, you will stop and you will slow down and say, "Oh my, this thing that I pursue is not for me." And a lot of times people go to anxiety, depression, because they think that they have a false expectations with their work ethic. Because people work 16 hours a day and they think that they will be able to manage that all their life. But a lot of times we need to adjust our pace based on the things that we want to develop. Imagine that if you build a skill or you build a character, it's totally different things and how you're supposed to develop and build it. So when you think about skill, I truly believe that you need to increase pace. But when you develop the character, you need to slow down pace because character is built with time. It's very hard to build character without experiences, without time. While skill, you're able to really increase the pace. So that means when I think about skill, I truly believe that the best way to build a skill is that first you start with intensity and then you use consistency. So the best example of building a skill is always a rocket launch. At the beginning, it uses so much energy to really lift that rocket up off the ground, and after that, it just needs a little bit energy to fly out. Exactly the same with any kind of skill. So when you think about building a skill, think about okay, how long you want to put intensity? Maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, and really invest those 2 months. Of course, that is about very very important skill. If you want to develop that skill and really move very fast, you need to allocate 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, very intense building a skill, and then of course build use as consistency, and everything is possible after that. Now, of course, when I think about, as I said in life, you need to understand that you need to reduce your pace and really understand how you can build your character. Because a lot of times when you think about building a character is doing day after day exactly the same activities and saying what you will do and doing what you will do. So of course those kind of things allow to build confidence. So you're not able to build confidence without time and really giving yourself time and doing what you said you will do. Now, when I think about pace in other areas of our lives, for example, we understand that when we see the finish line, we're able to increase our pace. Now, a lot of times people have no pace at all. They are walking and they're not even running, especially in school. A lot of times when people write some bachelor's thesis, like a master's dissertation, PhD, some paper, and they're waiting all the time, like 6 months, year, wait until there's only like half of a year left, and they start writing a paper. And of course, if you put that deadline sooner and you're able to start, okay, this is my deadline. Because a lot of times people put their someone else's deadline to their own deadline, and then of course they feel stressed and frustrated. But if you imagine that someone put a deadline for you, and they said that dissertation needs to be done by the end of the year, by let's say that by end of April. So if you could be a little bit smarter, because I need a long time to learn this lesson, but a lot of times you need to put your own deadline that I must be done this dissertation. I need to make it finish this paper by March, and so that means you give a month to yourself. And of course, if something happens and you're not able to finish, at least you're not as stressed and you don't have as much anxiety. So that means if you really want to be above and beyond, if you want to be that 1%er, 5%er, and separate yourself from others, you always need to have that higher standard. So if other people do by April 30th, so I will do by March 30th. So that means you always need to make that finish line a little bit faster because people are very, very fast and increase their pace when they see the finish line. I have finished I made that the same mistake when I was doing my bachelor's. I finished my bachelor's in 1 week, even though that it was given months and months to finish it. And I get to the maximum result for it, but I know that how hard I worked. I worked last 3 days, probably 20 hours a day just to finish it. And of course, it's not healthy. And that's how people live their lives. People wait to the last minute and they put so much effort and they start putting the pace that is not healthy. So that means if we have a better pace, we're able to achieve results that we're looking for in a much more healthy way. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.